Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for September 2022. I hope that this reading finds you doing well and totally rocking life. This is a general reading for Sagittarius. However, cross watchers are also welcome. Keep in mind that the roles of the individuals or energies identified in this reading may be swapped, and that the intensity of the energies may vary. So feel free to take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. So we're going to start off with this Celtic Cross Tarot reading and close off with an oracle card message. Sagittarius, the present situation, you have the Devil. What crosses is the Five of Wands. Above you, you have the Two of Pentacles. Below you, you have the Seven of Cups. In the past, you have the Eight of Wands. In the near future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Your attitude of the situation, you have the Chariot. In your environment, which are the external factors influencing you, you have the Four of Wands. In your hopes and fears, you have the King of Swords. And the outcome, you have the King of Cups. So, Sagittarius, with this Devil at the heart of the present situation, there seems to be some type of either repeated patterns, some type of addiction, some type of feeling of being overpowered or giving up your power. And with the Five of Wands here, there is kind of conflict surrounding or manifesting itself, this struggle in some type of conflict. It may be conflict internally, because in your environment, the external factors, you have the Four of Wands. There's a sense of stability and celebration surrounding you. So it may be that this kind of inner conflict is due to a couple things. One, in your conscious mind, you have the Two of Pentacles. So here, possibly trying to balance multiple responsibilities, trying to kind of get a grasp on things. In your unconscious mind, what is in the background and kind of playing in the background, maybe not aware of it. You have the Seven of Cups, which indicates illusions, fantasies. The Devil here tempts you with illusions and fantasies. So to some degree, the conflict can be like trying to really decide on something. So you're negotiating options possibly, or paths, or even trying to figure out what you are wanting. In the past, with this Eight of Wands, there's a sense of things are kind of happening and you have to just go with it, which can be why you're trying to juggle things right now. And we'll clarify with further tarot cards, but here this kind of keep going forward energy is still the focus, your attitude. So here in the past, you have this motorcycle going forward, and here in your current attitude, you have this motorcycle. It stopped right now, maybe just to have their picture taken, but basically it's this kind of onward momentum of achieving goals and pursuing what you want to have some type of victory, some type of benefit to the efforts you're putting in here. But with the Seven of Cups and the unconscious mind kind of with all these illusions, it may be that you're not quite sure what it is that you're going after. So here, your environment, you have the Four of Wands. So it's a sense that you're surrounded by celebrations and stabilities and foundations that allow for freedom. It sounds like a contradiction, but it's more a sense of, if you look at the Four of Wands as two individuals coming together with their, each coming with Two of Wands to create the Four of Wands here. You can see they're planning their future together. They're kind of stepping outside of their respective comfort zones and building this stability together, allowing them freedom to pursue other things, because it's almost like a kind of like a built-in support group here. So here with the King of Swords and your hopes and fears, this may be someone that influenced you. Maybe they were a parent figure, a guardian, teacher, mentor, something along those lines, who was just maybe a little bit more business oriented, cut and dry, cost benefit analysis. But here with the Seven of Cups, you really need to choose with your heart as opposed to the reason analysis. Interestingly, this is the King of Swords are the only swords you have out here. In the near future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And there is a sense of family, community, coming together. So it could be that, you are kind of talk with the family, or kind of recognize from this standpoint of really, people being in your environment, caring for each other as they, live their lives day in and day out. This could also be a motivator for you to actually choose, because you have here the King of Cups in the outcome, which is an individual who is, comes from the heart, but is also uses their logic and reason. Kings are associated with the element of air. Cups are associated with the element of water. So it's kind of like the, more sensitive aspects and then the intellectual aspects kind of blending together. Whereas the King of Swords is very much like air squared. They're very much logic and reason and analysis. And it's not that they're unemotional entirely, but here there's more of a focus for the King of Cups to have an emotional stability while being in a position to offer emotional support and, to protect the people that are the King of Cups cares about. So here, let's take a look at the Devil in the current situation. Let's see what your Devil is, Sagittarius. You have this Soul Sun card. So here it seems to be like how you get your energy, how you are kind of seen in the world, fully like exposed. There's a sense of wanting to be recognized and wanting to put your, place in the world, but there's also a sense of the fear of being recognized for something that either you don't want to be recognized for, or isn't something that you really are passionate about. So what I think is interesting about the Sun card and the Devil card, in the traditional Sun card, there's a nude child on the horse, white horse. There's a sense of innocence and purity. And in the Devil card, you have these nude individuals, which in that scenario is more a sense of sin and like temptation. It's kind of contradictions. So, and the Chariot is about, pursuing a path and taking the opposing energies and having them work together in a way where they advance the will of the charioteer. So here, let's take a look at the Five of Wands, which is all about conflict, competition, contradictions. Here's the King of Swords again. So to some degree, it's a sense of needing to have logic, reason, and, kind of clear rules and decisions made so that there is less of a less conflict when it comes to competing goals, competing desires. However, the King of Swords isn't looking at the individual desires. It's kind of like a parent who, you just hear kids fighting and you just yell, "Stop it! Stop fighting, both of you, or all of you, you're all in trouble." And it's like the individuals are like, but you're not really even taking the time to look at the contribution that each person made, and you're just making a blanket statement. So there's costs and benefits for that kind of response. And if you want to be more of the King of Cups would kind of look at each individual and say, okay, tell me what your goal is, tell me what your desire is, tell me your reasoning for whatever. And then kind of say, all right, well, you all have different views, but the goal is to get along. Let's see what we can do to, keep things, steady, stable. So let's take a look at the Eight of Wands in the Pass Wheel of Fortune. So definitely sense of changes, forward movement, and kind of, possibly hoping that things will start going your way. Let's see about the Two of Pentacles above you and the conscious mind. You have the Knight of Swords. And this is, really jumping into action, making decisions without really seeing things through, really just to get in there and do something, not really taking into consideration a full plan or effect. So here with the the Two of Pentacles, it seems like you are making a conscious effort to negotiate things, to look at different factors and kind of weigh them, as opposed to kind of rushing in, making decisions that might not really solve anything. So let's take a look at the Seven of Cups. You have the Devil again, Sagittarius. You have the Devil. I'm going to move things around a little bit. Okay. So here again, this idea of illusions, temptations, short-lived goals possibly, in terms of where they came from, what they'll lead to. It seems that, you know, maybe you need to empty all those cups, but we'll find out. Let's take a look at the chariots. You have the star. So here it's a sense of balance, clarity, and hope. And the star comes after the tower in the numbering for the major arcana. After you have had your, had divine intervention come in and expose the cracks in the foundation and the ego that built up all these, you know, walls and false foundations can, you know, crumble away. And then the star comes in with their healing waters and sense of balance and giving clarity and hope for starting anew. So here it's as if there's like this desire to kind of start something new. If there was the Six of Swords, I would say possibly like, you know, trying to escape something. But we'll see. Let's see about the Four of Wands in your environment, the external factors. King of Cups. You are really influenced by this sense of happiness, this sense of connection, and you know, the sense possibly of community. So definitely the idea of being more heart-centered. So let's take a look at the King of Swords and your hopes and fears. There's the Nine of Cups. It's almost a sense of, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Do you want to make and follow rules, or do you want to do what is, you know, fills your cup and fills others' cups? So let's see the Ten of Pentacles in the near future. You have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is interesting because the Chariot is the current attitude. And Chariot is just like forward moving. Eight of Wands is this forward moving. Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving knights. And they really kind of are sowing the seeds of, you know, fertilizing their path so that they can really invest in it to have the outcome of the future that they want. And they enjoy the whole process. They are hardworking. They're logical, but they also are want to be a provider and protector as well. So let's see about the King of Cups with this outcome, Sagittarius. You have the Six of Cups. So here, sense of balance and harmony. Almost kind of asking you to take a step back and look back on some memories, fond memories, where there was a sense of community and helping and assistance, and kind of, to some degree, maybe it's, you know, reflections of you and a parent figure and what you learned from that parent figure versus a different parent figure. Because you do have the King of Swords twice, and you have the King of Cups twice. And so it does seem like contradictions. You've got the Knight of Swords, Chariot, Eight of Wands, like fast movements. And then you have these, you know, the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine Nine of Cups. They're stationary. So is the King of Cups. King of Cups is just on their little cement throne in the middle of the water. So Sagittarius, I'm going to pull an oracle card for a message from the universe. We have Dancing in the Rainbow. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. Oh yeah, you had Devils twice. So here it's a sense of enjoy your surroundings, enjoy the now, and tap into what really makes your heart sing. And it seems that what makes your heart sing is being around those that you care about. You know, this celebration of community, celebration of family and friends. And here it's a sense of like, don't focus on what you don't have or you don't know. Focus definitely on the positive. And focus on the connections, the love. Here, with the dolphins here, they're a very like joyful and joyful creature that really lives life with other dolphins, with a sense of harmony, sense of having fun. And so here, definitely, try to let go of some stressors, needing to be right, needing to jump into action and move forward. Just take some time every now and then to have fun and enjoy your surroundings. So, Sagittarius, I hope that this has provided a helpful perspective of your September. To uncover more about your month, check out readings for each of your sun, moon, and rising signs. And we'll see you next time. Take care.